Hello everyone, I'm working on a new layout today. I have 6x8 pocket pages. These are photos from a Monet exhibit in Denver. So this is part of my Denver album for 2019. And I have 3 photos here. This one will be on its own 6x8 page. I've enlarged it a bit, so I will have to cut that down. And then I have another lovely photo for the left-hand side. And then I have this one that just tells a little bit about the exhibit. And I think what I want to do is cut this off, so trim this down a little bit, and then find a card behind it that either matches this paper or is similar. Because otherwise, it's a lot of photos, but you don't get to see much of a background. So I do think I need to make this one smaller, and I'll go from there. One of the first things I'm trying to do is figure out what I want to use as a background here. And when I look at this photo, the green, the kind of light and lime green is what jumps out at me. But when I look at this photo, I see that as well, but then I also see some purple. And I love Monet's purple. So I have picked out 2 pieces of paper. Most of my paper is cut down to 6x12 now, given the sizes that I do. So I have pulled both of these. And the green definitely works, and it would really make that the focus, which isn't a bad thing, but it's a lot of green. The other one I really love, but I'm just not sure. I love the color. I love that it brings out the purple over here, but there's no real purple in this photo. So I'm just not sure if that's what I want to use. And there's enough of this where I could cut off, the rest and use it behind this one and it would really match. Or I could use this and cut it down to work in both. And maybe green and purple aren't things I would normally think to put together, but I do kind of like them here. So I think my next step is figuring out how do I want to disperse all of these colors that are on the paper. I think I have decided what to do. I figure Monet loved color. I love color too. I'm going to go for it. So I cut this one to be 6x8. So I had my 4x6 left over. But look at this together. It's way too much purple. I don't like that at all. Whereas if I switch it out with a 4x6 of green, I do like that better. It brings out the green down here, it brings it out here, but yet I still get some of the purple that's over on this side. So I think the balance will be trying to find different embellishments that are either gold, purple, or green in some capacity, or maybe even an orangey tone like in these buildings, and that will make all of the colors blend together nicely. So I trimmed this down widthwise to be 6 inches so that it would fit. And then I also decided to cut off a little bit at the bottom. There was a lot more of the frame and then just some dead space that was very dark gray. It didn't really do anything to enhance the photo, so I decided to just trim that down in both directions, and I definitely like that better. I have adhered the photos, and this one I went a little bit more to the top so that it would leave me room here at the bottom, because I think maybe I'll try to find some washi and then put some embellishments down here. And then for this one, I positioned it more to the right side, which leaves me room on the left side to do washi, embellishments, stamping, whatever it is I decide I want to do. So I've pulled out some washi. It's very thin. It's a lighter green. It's almost like a spring green, and it's got a nice stripe to it. And it isn't the same color as this, but it's somewhat close. And I think if I bring that in along the bottom, it's so thin that it'll just add a nice little pop of color that brings in that green. I decided to do a full strip of washi along the bottom and then just a partial up here with a little bit of a torn edge. And that way I can overlap something here. I could stamp on this side and it won't interfere, and I like it that it doesn't look exactly the same. So now for over here, I would love to be able to find some purple or that orangey tone or something to go on this side. I have pulled out more washi from my stash. I decided to pull out this one, which is kind of a coral light orange, but it works with the colors that are in here, so I might be able to double up here or add some here. And then I pulled all 3 of these purples. This one right away feels like it's way too dark for what I have going here, so I'm not sure that'll work. I have this lighter one, which is more of an orchid. It's not too far off from this color. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's better than the other one. And then I have this one, which I really like. It's slightly darker, but I'm just worried like that pattern is too close to this pattern. So I have applied all of the different washi that I selected. So I have the green, I have a little bit of orange here, and then I went on to do purple and orange over here. And I have to say, this purple one, OMG, this is what it looks like. I have no idea who makes it. I've had it, I don't know, a couple years, I think. So I don't know if it's just gotten old, but this thing was so incredibly hard to tear. Like, it would not tear evenly. It would just shred, you know, like into 3 pieces. You can kind of see when I was trying to tear it. So annoying. So I don't know that I want to keep this one. I finally managed, though, to get a strip like that. And so I'll use it, but there a little bit came off. I'll use it, but I don't know that I'll use it again because of that. So at least I have that. And right now I'm not super sold on this kind of orangey coral, but I think I'm going to do some splattering with this. And this is, it's gold, but it's a lighter hue of it. It's a little bit more yellow. And I think that would be good here because there are some yellow tints. There are yellow flowers here in the field. So I'm going to try that on the cardstock and see if that helps blend the colors. I've done the splattering and I think it will help. So here you can see it's not totally dry yet, but you can see what it looks like there. It definitely has the gold shine, which I like, but it's very, very subtle on this paper, which is good. And then here it is on the green. Did I even get any on this side over here? Oh, a tiny little bit right up here in the right-hand corner. So it's more balanced to the left side, but that's okay. Now I think I'm going to go into my stash and look through a bunch of like chipboard stickers I have in different phrases to see if I can find some things that'll work. So I have pulled 3 sheets of different chipboard stickers, and I think some of these are maybe Citrus Twist. This one might be Cocoa Daisy, but there are phrases on each of these that I can use. This one I like dreaming of this. It's the right color green, and it suits that it's Monet, and I do dream of Monet. And then I have this one. It says break the rules, and Monet definitely did. During his time, a lot of his work was not appreciated because he wasn't doing what the French salon wanted him to do. There is a slight ruler pattern in the back, but I think when it's on the page, you won't really notice that. So I want to use that. And then on this one, I was thinking just this little green leaf here because it's got a nice white background, but then there's lots of green in the layout. When I was looking further at this sheet, I realized this one would work too. It says once in a while. It is a much darker purple than what's on here, but look at that. I think it looks nice, and I could do these together. Break the rules once in a while. All right, so here they are with the chipboard pieces on there. So there's that one, the leaf. On this one, I went the opposite corner, and I did break the rules once in a while. And then over here, I did dreaming of this. I think this is almost done, but I feel like it almost needs something up here to balance out this. I'm just not sure exactly what that is. I pulled out a bunch of epoxy pennants that I had and some paper pennants as well. I have a ton of these, hoping I find the right color. And the closest I have come is this one to that green. It's not perfect, but it's close. And so I think I am going to do that, maybe a little bit more to the right. There we go. And just add that to the layout. All right, I have that on there. I use my liquid glue to attach that. And otherwise, I think this one is done. If I had anything, I might do a little like black lines or something with my journaling pen just to bring in some darker tones. But otherwise, I think this is it. So here's another one done for Denver. Thanks for watching.